Welcome back to the Beef Bar, Bruins Banter TV. We're joined by Bruins winger Austin Doe. Austin, you've been part of one of the Bruins' better lines the last few games with Cole Olsen and Tanner Fraze. How nice has it been to find a line that's been clicking lately?
Yeah, it's good to get finally find some chemistry where we read off each other well, and they're both quick guys, and I like to get them the puck. All of us can put the puck in the net too, so. It's finally just to get things rolling, I guess.
What do you think has been the big reason for that you three work well together?
I think we're all a little, different. We all, Ole's he's a smart working guy. Tanner, he's fast. He can put the puck in the net, and I think we can just find each other on the ice well. So I think that's probably been the biggest thing.
There's been a lot of different combinations, from the start of the season. Obviously, a tough start for the team. How tough was that for you, especially since you didn't play for most of last year here? Getting used to a lot of new teammates.
It's always different. Just gotta, the biggest thing at the start of the year is finding guys' strengths. What they tend to do, and just build off each other, and lots of communication is the biggest thing off the start. Just to get the feel of guys. So.
What's that adjustment been like for you going from Prince George to playing here? I mean, sometimes it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, it's quite a bit different. And it's nice. It's kind of weird actually being at home. It's the first time in about 4 years. So, but it's been nice being at home playing with guys that you've kind of known your whole life, and get to know some more guys too.
You guys have obviously had some younger guys that have really chipped in too. I mean, Hudson Morrison, Darcy DeRoos, guys like that. How nice is it to get that scoring from them, especially with some guys out like Neufeld and Berkaliuk and so on?
It's key. You can't really rely on one or two lines. It's nice to get some secondary scoring, and it takes the pressure off guys for sure. And it's a good competition to it's a healthy competition to push yourself, keep getting better, and yeah, it's nice to just get it from everyone.
All right, thanks, Austin. Welcome to the Beef Bar, Bruin Banter TV. We're joined by Bruins forward Matt Berkaliuk. Matt, you are a fantastic NHL 13 player, and before that, NHL player. Where exactly in the world are you ranked right now in NHL 13?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'd probably say about 25th. I think I'm somewhere around there. So.
But you were a lot higher than that at one point, right, when the game came out?
Gotta turn this down here. Yeah, I got up to 4th probably a couple of weeks after the game came out. I know there's a guy from Finland in 1st, guy from the States in 2nd, a guy from Canada in 3rd, and then I was 4th, so it's pretty cool.
Couldn't even be 1st in your own country?
No, last year I was, but not this year.
Well, okay, so you were 4th in the world. To be honest, I've never played on Xbox Live with NHL 13 or 12 because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, right? I mean, I'm a fantastic offline player, but if I went on there, I mean, there'd just be broken hearts and they'd end up getting rid of it altogether. So if you were 4th, you would have been 5th if I was on there, just so you know. But
you'd probably beat me for sure, yeah.
I'll let you have your 4th.
Okay, sounds good.
Tyler Poskis, do you have any predictions here for this match today?
You got a real good shot at beating him. The way you're talking up your game. I think for sure you got him. He's never played PS3, so. We're joined here tonight by Matt Berkaliuk and Josh Lewis, playing a game in the basement of Ed and Gale's house, the Chill Zone as it's formerly known. And we're off between Ottawa and Toronto. Ottawa being Matt Berkaliuk and Toronto being Josh Lewis. Brick starts it off pretty well, gets it in deep. He's working him real good. He's in alone already. And he did not score. Oh, he's in alone. And he scores. What a goal. We are 5 minutes of playing time in, about 30 seconds of real human time into the game. Josh Lewis scoops it up. He's carrying it out. Outlet pass to MacArthur, who's driving in. And he loses it. Matt Verkaliak works his way back up.
So, Matt Verkaliak, after the first period, 1 goal you've scored on me. I'll be honest, that was before I figured out how to hit with PlayStation, because I'm an Xbox guy, right? Yeah. So now that I know how to hit and do everything right, I think the second period will be a much different story. How'd you feel about that first period?
I thought I did pretty good. I'm just going to check the stats here. I was in your zone for a good 4 minutes. You hardly got in my zone, so I'm pretty happy with myself right now.
1-0's all that counts. So, another question, how much does this game influence how you play in real life?
Not so much or whatever. I catch myself actually sometimes on the ice where I kind of want to do some of the plays in this game, but I try not to.
That's going to do it for the first intermission interview. Back to you, Tyler.
Josh Lewis failed to mention that the shots were 8-1 for Matt Verkaliak and the Ottawa Senators, and the time on attack was 3:44 to 45 seconds, also in favor of Ottawa Senators. And Bricks is in again, and he scores. 31 seconds of playing time in, which is about 3 seconds real life. Wow. Oh, it is more than 3 seconds, he says. It's 10 seconds. That math doesn't quite add up, I don't think. 2 minutes left in the second period. Still 2-0 Ottawa. Ottawa has won 7 of 9 faceoffs. That is 78%, folks. Nice. Another save by Reimer. Oh, and Ottawa puts it in. Reimer just couldn't hold it up any longer. Can't really blame him. Over to Carlson. They're working it real nice in this power play. What hands. That was a beauty, folks. Carlson with the goal. That was something to see. Oh, there could have been a fight, but they backed down. Looks like they're organizing a fight. Let's see if we get it. Let's see if they want to dance. Oh, and a fight breaks out. Holy. One saw this coming after the shellacking that's been given out here today. Bricks doesn't like to... Oh, now he's throwing some punches. This is a till, boys. Oh, and Bricks kills him. He's sent flying back. He fell backwards.
How close that was?
That was pretty close. The shots ended up being 24-2 in favor of Matt Verkaliak. This was a one-sided game, everyone. So how'd you feel about your performance today?
Well, first off, it took a while to figure out the controllers, and by then I think it was just too much of an uphill battle. I've seen now why he was ranked number 4 in the world. I still believe that with enough practice, and if I got on Xbox Live, I could be, ranked higher than him in the world rankings. But today wasn't my day.
No, it wasn't. And Matt, how do you feel? How'd you feel about your game today?
Oh, I was pretty happy. I won 4-0. So yeah, I outshot him 24-2. The time on attack was good. Like all those stats there are my way, so I'm happy.
Really a flawless game. You won in every aspect. Do you want to do this again? Do you want to challenge him?
Yeah, let me get a few games under my belt. We'll totally do this again.
Cool. From everyone here at the Chillman basement, it was the chill zone. It was a pleasure. Thank you. Good night.
Welcome back to the Beef Bar Bruin Banter TV. We're here at the Beef, joined by Bruins head coach and GM Keith Cassidy. Keith, we were just talking about the Winnipeg Blue Bombers there, and you seemed very incensed that they brought back Joe Mack for another year. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know that I'm incensed. I question the move a little bit in the fact that he's not a very well-liked individual in the town right now, and moving into a new stadium next year, you figure you want to drive some ticket sales. But I'm not anybody to question football operations, so we'll we'll continue on with our futility in Winnipeg for another few years, and hopefully fans don't stay away.
Fair enough. Your team played in Melville on Wednesday. Narrow loss there, obviously, your third meeting of the season. First one, obviously, fresh in a lot of people's minds still, but, it sounds like you had a much better game there. Didn't come out with the 2 points, but were there things to build on out of that game?
Absolutely. I thought it was, especially the second and third period, we controlled most of the play. We had opportunities to score again. Got to see some good stuff from Dustin Jesso last night. I think he's going to bring a lot to the lineup, and was encouraged. I mean, it was a 3-2 score, but we were in the game the whole time and had a chance to win. So was pleased with that. Guys were upbeat and working hard. So we've got a bit of a break here now. Heading down to UND for the weekend, and then good week of practice next week, and I think we'll have a few guys back in the lineup, and guys will be energized and ready to go.
Yeah, you've got the trip to UND this weekend, something you guys have been doing. Just talk about the benefits of this trip. Obviously, a team-building thing, being away for a couple of days, and obviously a great arena down there and some pretty good hockey.
Yeah, and one of the main reasons behind it is we want to expose these guys to some college hockey, because a lot of them have been, growing up on the prairies here. The only thing they've been exposed to is the Western Hockey League, and Western Hockey League is a great league, and we'd love to send guys onto the Western Hockey League, but we also want the guys to know that there's an alternative to that in the NCAA if they choose to go that route, and a lot of them have heard about it but never really seen it. And going down to UND, there's not a better show in college hockey than what goes on at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. And fortunately for us, it's not too far away, and we're able to take the guys down there, expose them to that, and do some team building along the way. So I know it was good for us last year, and I'm looking forward to it this weekend.
You mentioned Dustin Jesso there a minute ago. Obviously, the new acquisition from the Northern Ontario Junior League. Just give us a little bit of a picture of, what kind of player he is and what you're expecting to see from him.
Well, he's a very skilled forward, and we were looking for another centerman to help out, and he stepped in last night, and after only being here for a day, and did some really, really good things. He's certainly going to be one of the faster guys in our team, and his puck skills are far above average. His hockey sense is really good. We had him play the point on the power play near the end of the game last night, and that seemed to pay off for us. It's a position he's played previously, so hopefully that helps kickstart our power play a little bit, which has been kind of a thorn in our side this year. So we'll see how it goes, but the game last night went really well for him.
That Melville game, marking the end of the suspension of Curtis Martin there. Travis Pelche going into that stretch, obviously very untested. Had only come in relief a couple of times. How do you feel about the job he did in those 3 games?
Well, I think he came in and represented himself fairly well. I think obviously there's a few things he'd like to do differently, but he comes out of that stretch. He played the third period of that other game and ended up picking up the win. So he's 2-2, over that time. And whenever you go to your backup goaltender, if you can play 500 hockey with him in the net, then I think it speaks well to what he's done. He certainly saved our bacon in the shootout a couple times, and I think he should feel real good about that. Getting Curtis back starting next weekend, I think is just going to benefit our hockey club for sure.
That's going to do it. Signing off from the Beef.